Yo, what's going on everyone? In today's video, I will be showing you all of the fastest money methods that you should be doing this entire week to make yourself millions upon millions of dollars for the brand new Mansions DLC dropping next week in GTA 5 Online. That's right, and in total, I will be covering 7 different money methods, all in this one video. That being said, if you go on to enjoy, please don't forget to go down below and drop a like on it for me. But now let's get into the very first money method. Alright, so getting into the first one, we are going to be doing the FIB priority file, since that is the only file inside the garments factory this week that's paying 4 times money plus 4 times RP. To start this, it's pretty simple. First, enter inside your garments factory, then sit down at the computer to then sign in. Once signed in, click here at the bottom where it says the fine art file, because this is going to be this week's priority file, which, as I said, is going to be paying 4 times money plus 4 times RP. Once you start it, you'll have to pay $20,000 for the setup cost. Then after, we have to complete 3 simple setups. Which, don't worry, in this video I won't be going over how to complete all of the setups. I will only be going over the finale, since I already made a full guide on how to complete all of the 4 different files inside the garments factory the best way possible, and also with all bonus challenges. So if you would like to see my guide on how to complete all the FIB files inside the garments factory, including this fine art file, then make sure you click the video that you see on the top right corner of your screen right now. But I will be going over the finale of this file, since it is really simple to go over and I will be going over it super fast. So all you are doing is going over to the helicopter we parked on top of the building here next to our garments factory, and then flying it over to a CEO office. Once on top of the office, you want to simply land your helicopter and then come over here to where the guard is in front of this front door that we need to enter inside. Once you see him, simply take him out with a suppressed weapon and also a headshot. That way it's an instant kill. Next, go right here beside the door to hack this keypad, and after you hacked it, simply enter inside the building. Once inside the building, it is so simple from here. Just make sure you do not get caught whatsoever. All we need to do is simply take out these 2 guards with headshots with also a suppressed weapon, and after, we then need to plant 3 EMP charges. Once we planted those charges, we can then make our way downstairs, which on the way downstairs there will be 1 guard here at the top and then 2 at the bottom. Once again, make sure you take all of them out with a suppressed weapon and also a headshot. Then once at the bottom of the stairs, you want to detonate the EMP charges. That way all of the lights get turned off, and then you want to activate your night vision. Once you activate the night vision, then enter inside this trapdoor here in front of us. Once you entered inside, you'll now be inside the penthouse. So from here, all we need to do is take out all of the guards inside this penthouse with a simple headshot. There's only around 5 guards. And then after, go to this exact section here at this table where there will be a switch. Then simply click right D-pad to activate the switch, and a hidden door will open right behind you. From there, enter inside that door, and then you'll see another keypad that we need to hack. Once you hacked it, which it is a simple fingerprint cloner hack, you can then enter inside this room, and we can then start breaking all of the loot inside of here, which I recommend taking the 2 side loots first, and then after, take the main loot at the very front. And just like that, we are completely done. All we need to do is simply exit the garage and then deliver the idol over to the buyer, which once we deliver over to the buyer, we are then completely done doing this finale. Which, taking a look here, this is how much money you'll get paid as long as you followed exactly what I told you in this guide for the fine art finale. Take a look, I completed all 3 of the bonus challenges and I got paid $1.274 million. Which is how much money you'll get paid as well, which is a lot of money to be earning. $1.2 million in around 30 minutes is a lot of money, but just keep in mind this priority file can only be done once this week. But now, getting into the second money method, we are going to be playing the Super Yacht Life missions, which this week are paying 5 times money plus 5 times RP. Which I know is super overpowered, but to start these, you either need to own a yacht or also have a friend who owns a yacht who could start these missions. Or you could also open up the pause menu, go over to where it says online, click jobs, play jobs, Rockstar created, and then missions. Then you'll see all of the Super Yacht Life missions here at the top, which you could start whichever one of these missions you want to. In this case, I will be doing the all hands mission. This mission, in my opinion, is definitely one of the easiest out of all of the different missions, because all we are doing is getting inside this helicopter and flying over to LSIA to steal a Tula helicopter. Which, stealing it is so simple. I like to take out all of the guards around the Tula first, and then once I take them all out, I then go right next to it to then enter inside. Once inside the Tula, all we then need to do is fly it all the way over to the country club. which once at the country club, all we need to do is extinguish some fires, and after we need to extinguish some fires at one other location, and we are then completely done doing this mission. It's literally that simple. All you need to do after you extinguish those second set of fires is deliver the Tula back over to the yacht, which once you do, here's how much money you'll get paid for passing the mission. As you could see, $240,000, which is absolutely insane, and also 13,700 RP on top, which I know is a lot of money and also RP to be earning this week in GTA 5 Online for simply completing a mission. But get this, the best part is you could do these missions literally back to back as many times as you want to without waiting any cooldown timer. But for the third money method, this one is so simple because I just want you to complete 2 more of those Super Yacht Life missions, because as you'll see if you open up the interaction menu, then go down to where it says challenges and weekly challenge, you could see it is to complete 3 Super Yacht Life missions, which after you complete that weekly challenge, which is very easy, shortly after you'll get paid an extra $100,000, and you'll also unlock the Vibrance Check Smoking Jacket. Which, take a look, here's how the jacket looks like, a pretty cool looking one, and of course this is the only way to unlock it, so make sure you do it by this week. Alright, but getting into the fourth money method, I'm now going to be showing you how to make $251,000 in only 1 minute. That's right, if you want to do this, first open up the pause menu, then come over to this exact location at the Del Piero Beach where this week's HSW time trial is located at. Once over here, call out your fastest HSW vehicle that you own and then drive it on top of the time trial to click right D-pad. From here, stay still, but then open up the pause menu. Then go over here to the right where the checkpoint is at to mark it and then drop the pause menu. From here, open up the phone, click where it says job list, and then exit out of the time trial just like so. From here, whenever you are ready, click right D-pad to start the HSW time trial, and all you want to do is go straight forward and then take a right on this first street. Once you take a right, it is literally as simple as following the waypoint the entire way through. Because this week's HSW time trial route is pretty much cutting through the entire section of downtown Los Santos, and once you go through the entire part of downtown Los Santos, you are pretty much done with the entire time trial. Which, as long as you did not crash too many times on the way over there, you should have been able to beat it in time. And here's how much money you'll get paid. As I said, $251,000 in just over 1 minute. Very easy money, just of course make sure you do it by this week. Okay, but getting into the fifth money method now, we are going to be playing the Deadline Adversary mode, which this week is actually paying 2 times money plus 2 times RP. Which is very good to make lots of money and RP this week. So to start this, simply open up the pause menu, go over to where it says online, click jobs, play job, Rockstar created, and then adversary mode. Then you'll see all of the Deadline Adversary modes here at the top, which there are a lot. All of these will be paying 2 times money plus 2 times RP, as I said, so you can start whichever one of these you want to. Once in the game mode, I'm pretty sure everyone here knows how the Deadline Adversary mode works because it is a really fun one to play and also a fan favorite. But in case you have never played this, let me quickly explain it, that way you know the exact rules and how this game mode works. So there's going to be a total of 4 different teams, which on each team there is only 1 person, so it's pretty much a free-for-all with 4 different people. And as you could see, everyone starts off with 10 lives, and basically by the end of that timer, whoever has the most amount of lives will end up winning the round. So that is pretty simple to understand. All you want to do is just take out everybody else except yourself to make sure you have the most lives by the end of that timer. That way you of course win the round. But also be very careful, because while you want other people to crash into your line to take them out, you also don't want to accidentally crash into your line, because if you were to crash into your line or also just fall off the map, that will minus 1 of your lives. Anyway though, cutting straight to it, here's how much money I got paid once I won the entire match. Take a look here, I was the match winner. I got paid a total of $86,000 and also a total of 5,200 RP on top. Which is honestly some pretty good money and RP to be earning, especially considering that literally anybody could start this money method no matter what level or experience you are in the game. Getting into the 6th money method, I will now be showing you how to make $101,000 in only 1 minute. To do this, first open up the pause menu, then come over to this exact location at the Del Piero Pier where this week's regular time trial is located at. Once over here, call out your fastest motorcycle that you own and then drive it on top of the time trial to click right D-pad. From here, stay still, but then open up the pause menu. Then come up here to simply mark the checkpoint and drop the pause menu. From here, open up the phone, click here where it says job list, and then exit out of the time trial just like so. From here, whenever you are ready, click right D-pad to start the regular time trial, and luckily this week's time trial is pretty simple to follow. The only thing you want to do is try your best not to crash the entire way over there. Because if you were to crash more than one time, you most likely won't be able to beat it in time since this week's time trial is on a pretty tight time crunch. Anyway though, as long as you were careful during that entire part and didn't crash, and also were careful going up this part of the mountain, you should have been able to beat the time trial in time, which once you beat it, here's how much money you'll get paid. As I said, $101,000 just like so. Very easy money, just of course make sure you do it by this week. And finally, getting into the 7th and final money method, we are now going to be doing the shipwrecks, which this week are paying double money plus double RP. And doing these is very simple. There's only one that spawns in every single day in GTA 5 Online at a different location. So once you find that location on the map, all you want to do is go over to it and then find the treasure chest. Once you find it, simply go up to it and click right D-pad to collect it. Then just like that, you'll earn $50,000, which is pretty easy money, and if you haven't unlocked it already, you'll also unlock the Frontier outfit. And yeah, those are going to be all of the fastest money methods. I would recommend you to do this entire week in GTA 5 Online before the Mansions DLC drops. That way you could make yourself lots of money to buy everything once the DLC actually releases. So if you went on to enjoy my video and you still haven't already, please do me a favor by going down below and dropping a like on it before you click off. And of course, if you aren't, make sure you also hit that subscribe button. And with all that being said, until next time, I will see you all in my very next video. Peace.